Today in Automotive History, April 29th. Brought to you by 365 Days of Motoring and the People of History. In 1908, the U.S. Steel Corporation manufactured the first car wheels made entirely out of steel. Isn't that fascinating? In 1915, the $490 Chevrolet Model 490 was introduced. It was an immediate success and established a brand as a big player. The name would not denote the price for long. In 1921, the average price was $820, but it would stay low enough to take a chunk out of the Model T market. In 1918, pre-war American driving ace Eddie Rickenbacker scored his first kill, quote-unquote kill, as a fighter pilot in World War I. In 1925, the standardized closed cab was introduced for the Ford Model TT truck chassis. In 1934, George Easton, driving the Flying Spray at the Bonneville Salt Flats, Utah, set a land speed record for diesel-powered vehicles covering the flying kilometer at 159 miles per hour. In non-car news, in 1934, John Dillinger was still on the run as America's public enemy number one. In 1941, the 29th millionth Ford was produced, a 1941 Super Deluxe wagon that was presented to the American National Red Cross by Edsel Ford. In 1951, Dale Earnhardt, one of the greatest drivers in NASCAR history, was born in North Carolina. In 1979, Earnhardt was named Winston Cup Rookie of the Year, and the following year won the first of his 7 Winston Cup Series championships. In 1969, a Porsche 917 was driven in public for the first time at the Le Mans test weekend. The 917 gave Porsche its first overall wins at the 24-hour Le Mans in 1970 and 1971. In non-automotive news, in 1974, President Nixon announced in a nationally broadcast address that he will hand over 1,200 pages of White House transcripts that will tell it all about Watergate and will prove his innocence. In 1983, Lee Iacocca's attempt to revive the Imperial failed as the last of 12,285 modern Imperials rolled off of the Winchester, Ontario, Canada assembly line. In 1994, Ford acquired 100% of the Hertz Corporation, the world's largest car rental company. In 2004, the last Oldsmobile came off the assembly line at the Lansing Car Assembly Plant in Michigan, signaling the end of the 106-year-old automotive brand. America's oldest and the third oldest in the world after Daimler and Peugeot, workers signed the last Oldsmobile, an Alero sedan, before the vehicle was moved to Lansing. In 2008, the video game Grand Theft Auto 4, produced by Take-Two Interactive Software, hit the stores with expectations of record sales. First week sales topped $50 million. It was the 11th title in the Grand Theft Auto series and the first main entry since 2004 Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And notable celebrities born April 29th include Michelle Pfeiffer, born April 29th, 1958 in Santa Ana, California. And that is it for today in automotive history.
Thanks for listening to the Collector Car Podcast. Don't forget to give us a nice rating on iTunes and be sure to follow us on Instagram and everywhere else at the Collector Car Podcast.